Good morning. Good morning, traders. Welcome back to TopstepTV. Yes, it is Monday, a fresh week. And I'd like to say hello to everybody here. We've got John working his way back to you, babe. Trying to get back on here. Has just some wee bit of speed bumps to overcome. But otherwise, we're going to get here ready for the news. As you can see, that the markets, the market blender was turned on, and we did see some really heavy movements here. Some of the things that hit the wire at that momento uh, were very important here. Some of the things here calling for the evaluating trade relationships with China, Canada, and Mexico. That did come over the wire. Also, Trump to lay out trade vision, but won't impose new tariffs yet. I think that was one of the headlines that sort of hit the nerve. Also, Trump plans broad memorandum to study trade policies. It's going to be happening today. And but I think the new tariff thing was the kicker. But anyway, welcome back to Monday, Martin Luther King Day here at Topstep TV. Today we're going to be honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And Dr. Martin Luther King, the visionary leader and civil rights activist who championed equality, justice, and nonviolence. Three things that this world needs more of. So anyway, let's get busy with the news here. And hopefully Mr. Hoagland will be joining us very shortly. Investors hoping for another strong year in the equity markets powered by the U.S. corporate profits will get a clearer outlook this week with a string of companies set to report fourth quarter earnings. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration is expected to take center stage here today, and we're going to be piping that in on mute, but when he does get sworn in around 11 o'clock, we will get that. We'll put the sound on for that. Now, traders are particularly looking or for the lookout for more clarity on the potential impact of these sweeping policy plans. Trump tipped to roll out several executive orders in the opening hours of new administration, affecting a host of issues. Elsewhere, if you are one of those TikTokers, TikTok began restoring its U.S. services as Trump says the app needs to be saved in the country while the value of Trump's meme coin spikes. So the return of TikTok came a little over 14 hours after the service was halted due to national security law requiring it to either rid itself of Chinese ownership or shutter its operations in the U.S. Off to crude, taking a look here at crude. Oil prices slipping lower. Right now, we're looking at crude here with an ETH 78.75. So getting close to that 79. But since then, the bottom dropped out of crude. We bottomed out 75.66 is the low here. We did have crude earlier dropping 0.4% and Brent falling also 0.4%. Now, the Trump's policy announcements on Monday today reported could conclude that the relaxation of the curbing on Russia's energy sector in exchange for a deal to end the Ukraine war. Oil has risen 10% so far this month amid worries about the impact of the Western sanctions on Russian crude. Oil prices rose Friday, heading the fourth consecutive weekly gain, and we did see that regarding crude. All right, let's go to our tip of the week. We're going to be watching some of these markets here. Tip of the week, what do we've got here? Something new. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. I mean, that's something such as life. Quality over quantity. Prioritize quality over quantity, which means traders need to focus on this because there's a high probability setups reduce unnecessary risk, minimizes emotional trading, and leads to more consistent results. So instead of just trying and swinging at air, trying to get that account back again here, look for the quality setups And we're going to break that down. We've got Dakota coming in with us here for Fast Markets, and we'll ask him about that. Dakota, 4-day losing streak right now, but we're going to be talking to him this morning about how he's planning to turn things around. So that's what we all need to focus on. So, excuse me. Here's the plan for today. All right. Live funded traders, if you're listening, live funded traders need to be closed out by 11:30 a.m. Central Time. All right. If you're trading a combine or an express funded account, you need to be closed out today by 11:45 a.m. Central Time. Remember, these are just Central Times we go by here. Here in Chicago, that's where we are based, and we use all the time here from the Chicago Board of Trade, CBOE, or the CME. Now, trading is going to resume at 5 p.m. today, Central Time, and that's going to be for the January 21st trade day. As far as us broadcasting here, we will be here until the markets do close. We're broadcasting until noon. All right, and that's when the trade market, our futures will be closing. They got a half a day, and we will be live streaming the presidential inauguration all morning, including the swearing in at 11 a.m. Central. We're going to be still having trading and major news news coverage, and we do have your back, so keep an eye on that. But otherwise, hopefully you had a good weekend. A little rest, a little relaxation. I know I did, and I think we all need that. These markets have been very brutal lately, and taking a lot of stress. That's another thing. Don't let these markets stress you out. Don't let your trading stress you out. It's obviously it's not healthy, and the best thing to do here is what we've got something new that we're going to be talking about to help us avoid stress. Walk away. Okay. The market's going to be here. It's not going to run away on you. Have it scheduled to your liking. All right. Trade the best that you can. And first thing in the morning, always check your mindset. All right. Look for that mindset. Soon as you fall out of bed. All right. How am I feeling today? How's my mindset? How's my focus? How's my thoughts? Because that's the most important thing before you start turning on your computer and your monitors and looking at charts and getting your strategy together. So, what time does market close? Trag is asking. Well, it's going to close at 12 o'clock. But like I said, if you are in the program, 11:45, if you've got the trading combine, okay, or express funded account, you need to be flat. All trades 11:45 Central. Right now, if you need it, it's 8:11 Central Time if you want to sort of set your clocks that way. And remember, funded traders need to be closed out on all trades by 11:30. So it's a half an hour before the markets do close. You need to be closed out by 11:30 Central Time. And yes, trading will resume today at 5 p.m. Central. And that's going to be for the January 1st trade day. So you won't see that. It'll be for tomorrow. But anyway, hopefully we get this going straight up. And I think that's what I've got here today. James, anything else in the hat of mystery that I am missing here? I think we got everything.
I think you hit it all.
Okay, James. All right, we're going to take a little break here. Go get yourself a nice cup of tea, cup of coffee, Bacardi on the rocks, whatever you need, a cold beer, chocolate milk, whatever. Get yourself something to drink here. We're going to be right back here with Fast Markets in about 15 minutes. So hang tight and
stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Of course.
Well, it's
Oh,
just me today so far. How's everybody
wait a minute.
doing? Good. Good
What am
morning.
I,
Yeah, we got
chopped
Eddie in
liver?
the background, and it's just
Hey.
lots of technical issues. I don't know what it is. It's same thing I've been facing during slow markets and a few other times dealing with tech issues, logging in, logging out, buffering issues. But here I am, and yeah, I was not prepared for this one, guys.
How about how the markets took the blender turned on today?
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Crazy
see.
move. And I'm
It
looking
is.
for a release. Nothing on the boards, but it was the Wall Street Journal released some things that Trump had said.
Yeah, it feels
Trump
similar
lay out vision
to Friday,
regarding.
Eddie, where we
Yeah.
had that nice rally pre-market, and here we are 10 minutes before the open, and we've got this nice rally, and usually a rally or a sell-off before the market opens can be very frustrating
Gold took a dump.
for me.
Gold just dropped out of bed. But otherwise, crude took a dump. Gold took a dump. Everything else looked healthy on the upside. But I mean, the way it was slapping around, good luck. I mean, how many people made money? How many people lost money or lost accounts regarding this big move? It was a cautious move here this morning.
Did you have you guys talked about the Trump coin over the weekend yet?
Trump. How about the Milena coin? You hear about that one?
I
I was gonna bring
I
it
did
up in the
not.
newsletter today, but yeah, no, we
Okay,
haven't covered it just yet.
I will keep that. We'll tease you with that.
Okay,
I will
okay,
leave
yeah.
that for you, James.
I will do the same because I know probably very little compared to what you would know. I have not paid attention to anything that's going on, but yeah, just waiting. I have nothing to really talk about in terms of like these markets. We're continuing to, I mean, opens in what 8 minutes, but some things that I am looking at. I talked about this last night during my slow markets, but I don't mind repeating it because it obviously technical patterns is something that I always watch. This is an hourly chart on the NASDAQ. I'm going to focus on the NASDAQ. I always focus on the NASDAQ in the mornings. But yeah, take a look at this. This is something that we have broken out on Friday. I talked about this last night, talked about it on Friday. We've broken out of this bearish resistance. And you can see on Friday when we did break out, we came back and we retested, right? This is resistance. Resistance when we break out typically can become support. Well, it became support. We consolidated and we're starting to break out and get that continuation. And it looks like this morning before the markets are even open, the past hour, we've rallied from basically 540 all the way up to 700. So we've already rallied 160 points before the market has opened, and I'm looking for this market to continue. One thing I was talking about last night is I'm going to be that guy that says this rally is different. This time is different because each time we have had a rally back in the middle of December, and then again at the start of the year, we've had these two rallies that was followed by selling and continuation to the downside. Well, I'm saying this time's different because the market structure looks much different. Number one,
Oh yeah.
we did get that breakout that I was referring to. And the number two, we are making some very nice, clean, obvious higher lows. And so these are very clean, very obvious higher lows. And we're making higher highs. And this is something we never did in terms of the last two rallies in December at the beginning of the year. You can make a case to say that there was a higher low, but it's not as clean and it's not as obvious as what we've been seeing the last few days here. I mean, breakout should be such a key indicator. Now, anything can happen. It is Inauguration Day, correct? And it's a shortened day. We're probably going to see low volume. We could see this, or the order book be very thin. We could see some very sporadic movements that won't make sense. And I think it's going to be a see profit, take profit kind of day,
Right.
and just trading it like it's a holiday almost.
Well, hey, we got somebody at the door. I'll get it. Hold on a second.
Hello.
Hey.
There we are, Hoag.
Wow. Well, tech got me. I found the gremlin.
You found the gremlin.
There he is.
A little light.
I got him.
There you go.
Yeah, where's Glitch? Glitch. We can blame Glitch for all this.
I don't know. He's probably laughing his ass off right now. But good morning, Mr. Hoagland.
Good morning. It's good to be with everybody. Dakota, it's good to see you. I know others are having some problems getting loaded in this morning. Go figure. Just kind of looking at what you were looking at.
Somebody else coming here. I'll get it. Hold on.
Oh,
hey, there he is.
Okay, Cruz, the gang's all here.
Back. We're
Gang's all
back.
here.
Okay. All right. So I'm coming in loud and clear.
Looks good. Sounds good.
Let's do a live audio test. Andre, talk.
Talk. Andre says they tell me to talk. Let's talk. I'm talking.
Yeah, I think you and I are having the same thing. We're only coming out of one side.
Hoag sound is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Hoag
both
sound
sound
is-
kind of weird.
Hoag sound coming out of my left ear only. Oh boy.
Sabatucci.
What up, Lenny?
Sounds muffled. Hey, look, you guys both look and sound good on my end.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Left side only. All right. Both on one side. What do you want to do, James? A big day of trading coming in.
Go ahead and drop out and try and come back in one more time.
Roger that.
I'll keep an eye on these markets. If anything happens, I'll let you know.
Go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Forced stereo. Is that better?
Taking a look here. Once again, we are making some new higher highs here in the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, and my new friend, the Russell. So topping out here. How was your trade last night? I heard you did a crude trade last night.
No, it was more of just we talk about trading and overnight concepts, Eddie, where I put on a demonstration, just like how a teacher would do a problem on a whiteboard, right? So I kind of set up an example last night, and it was on crude. Let me switch over to, and we could take a look at crude.
Yeah,
real quick here. I think the stock market is closed today. A full close.
Stock market is closed. Bonds are closed.
Yeah, stock market's closed, so we've got nothing to look at over there. But
major banks closed. You won't get your mail today either. School's closed. No. VIX is closed. Do I sound better now? Do I sound out of both sides?
Sort of. I mean, we can hear you, Johnny.
Still left
It's just
ear.
something's up.
Yeah,
It's a
Johnny.
Klingon mothership passing over Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
We'll get through it. We're okay. We've dealt with worse before.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is the crude oil. I mean, you can see my charts now. This is a higher time frame chart. We could pull it up on the 1 hour, but essentially it was buying as we start to sell off. Now the question is, where do you buy? Crude's been in such a nice bullish trending market for the past few weeks now, and the trade idea and the overnight, I guess, concept that I was referring to was using a buy limit. And that's always the question. Where would you put a buy limit, right? Where I was looking for a buy limit somewhere around, like, I think it was like 76.5, having a stop loss, maybe somewhere below this level of support, or obviously we came down and hit $76 a barrel, and then having your stop loss somewhere below that and looking to target back towards these 77s. And it looks like we did come down and tap the 76, and we're bouncing off that $76 a barrel level pretty nicely. I haven't traded crude for a while because over the past like 6 months it's been such a messy market, lots of consolidation, but we are starting to see crude oil become a lot more tradable.
Now, I mean, so far this month, oil's risen by 10%. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen the rally here, but taking that big dump it had earlier today, let's see if there's going to be any recovering, getting back to the high of 77.86. But, you're right. I mean, it has been a wild ride with crude. And,
yeah. This NASDAQ, someone said it best in this chat. This is deja vu from Friday. We're getting such a strong rally pre-market. We're now almost up to almost 200 points here in the NASDAQ. And
NASDAQ 74% long in the tilt with 66% in the money. So hanging on to that 69% now
This is
in the money.
very annoying, Eddie, for a lot of traders. For me, anyway, having these rallies pre-market, and there's not much left on the bone for us during the New York session open, and I just really hope we don't see the same thing we seen on Friday, consolidation and chop. But I am looking for this market to return up here closer towards 800. This was a major resistance back here on January 6th and January 7th. And yeah, the question is, if we do get up to these 800s, like, where's going to be the trade? Where's the risk reward? You can see over here on the hourly chart, we've already made the majority of the move has already happened, and so that kind of screws things up for a lot of traders. It looks like we did get that pullback. The market is now open. We did get 10 minutes worth of pullback. As soon as I joined, we got that 10 minutes worth
There we
of
go.
pullback, and now we're seeing this continuation higher. And yeah, here we go. I'm not expecting anything too crazy to happen this morning, and it is a holiday. We'll see. I want to see a pullback, and maybe we do get a pullback, and then we just sit there and we chop around like we did Friday, and then we're all sour. But markets are closed at 11:45. We have to have our positions closed at 11:45 p.m.
Well,
correct?
if here, I'm gonna go over that again here now. If you are in the combine or an express funded account, all right, trading combine or the express funded account, you need to be closed out by all trades by 11:45 a.m. Central Time. If you are a live funded trader, you need to be closed out all trades by 11:30 a.m. Central Time today. Markets are going to open back up at 5 p.m. and those will be for the January 21st trade day. So there you have it. Any other questions? If you do see that in the chat, pass it on. Sometimes we do miss some of the conversation here, but otherwise, that is the plan for today. And yeah, it's a big day today, Martin Luther King Day. We got a new president coming. President getting sworn in here today, and we're going to be hopefully we're going to be piping that in, streaming it in throughout the day here. But 11 o'clock we will go to we will turn the audio on at 11. So otherwise we'll just we can get that moving up. But otherwise,
Say something.
There you go.
How'd I sound?
Oh, you sound good now, Andre. Come on in.
Oh, what's up? I'm back.
There you go.
How do I sound?
Same
Both
thing,
sides
Hoag.
now?
No.
What'd you
Same
do,
thing.
Andre?
I don't know. Firefox. Firefox.
Presto changeo.
Firefox. I don't know. All right, we're open. What's up, fellas?
Did you force stereo?
No, I don't know what that is. We could do that behind the scenes, though.
It's magic.
It worked.
They're saying we sound good.
All right, do it live. What's up, George? What's up, fellas?
Yeah.
Dakota in the house. Hoag in the house.
A whole lot of nothing, man. Lot of nothing this morning. You could see. You could see the order book here in the Nasdaq. It's just single digits, 2s, 3s, and 4s on both the bids and the asks.
Right.
You can see it over here on the DOM. Right, look to the upside. Just nothing. There's just nothing. You could tell it's a holiday. And the opening bell was the same. Right. 5-10 points is all we've moved so far. It's.
You guys,
nothing is wrong.
Yeah, like you said on Friday, the big run up going into the open, and then it just went flatline on us. So maybe that will be the case again today. But, no reason to force.
Yeah,
things.
I want to see this market get to these 800s, but market
150
getting to the
750.
800s and us finding a way to get in with it are two different things.
Crazy weekend in football, my goodness.
Big night tonight for Danielle's Buckeyes.
Yeah, we've got tonight.
Big night. Big game for Danielle's Buckeyes.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame going to be playing here. And
The Ohio State. The Ohio State University.
Yeah, good stuff here. We'll see what's happening there. But
Oh,
otherwise,
Bitcoin. You got to see Bitcoin happen at midnight
lots
overnight.
of coin. Lots of coin
Yeah.
going on here.
Yeah,
New highs.
what happened in
it says.
Bitcoin?
I mean, Friday we closed at like 106. We opened up Sunday
Oh shoot! look
Sunday
at this.
night. We touched 100,000, and we've rallied over 10,000 points, $10,000 overnight in Bitcoin. We hit 110 in like an hour,
I see that.
less than an hour, 30
Man,
minutes.
man. Must be pumped for the new
That
Well,
was-
I mean, I think it's because of the new president coming in. He's pro.
Pro Bitcoin, pro
Yeah,
crypto.
he's got his own little thing going on, and James is going to talk about some other good things coming out, I guess.
Oddly quiet. Jimmy from the Lunatic. Hey, Jimmy from the Lunatic. Shout out to the Lunatics. Assume that's
Let's see.
Coach J's Lunatics.
I just, you know what, Andre, you said that, and I'm thinking, wow, we got what? Does he play drums, bass?
The band
Jimmy from the Lunatics, just coming out of Cleveland, playing a live set.
live set.
Lunatics.
Boy.
Good name for a band.
66 last trade in the S&P. 68's high there. Grinding higher in the NASDAQ. 21,735. Dakota. How hard are you looking for a trade? How do you approach a day like something like this? We're just here to hang out.
Yeah, it's a holiday, right? And it's holiday trading it like holiday trading. And I was talking last night. It's Trump inauguration. It's the presidential inauguration, and I was saying the markets usually go up. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a holiday. Markets are actually going up this morning. We've kind of missed the boat, just like Friday. It feels just like Friday. I mean, pre-market, and we're continuing to push up higher. I wouldn't be surprised if we're at 21,800s. It's just, I would be chasing. It's just chasing it if we're getting into a long now. I do see that there's an order on the books for 156 right at 750.
Yeah.
That's the biggest order so far this morning. It's
Nice.
You can see the difference in liquidity.
You get it.
All
You
single
know,
digits.
These markets, when they took off, it was 7:30, and it was just announcements from Wall Street Journal regarding the tariffs and so forth. And I was looking for, some economic numbers, and I couldn't find anything. And looking in the news, and all of a sudden that sort of hit, and it's like, oh, I see. Okay, so there was a big reaction.
It's Trump
to just
tweeting
those-
already. Not even president, and he's knocking the markets around.
You're sounding better, Hoag.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sounds
you
good.
go.
All right. What'd you do?
I sat here and just waited, and it seems to have fixed itself. I don't know when a plan comes together.
Patience. That is the name of the day. Patience gets your microphone fixed. Patience will keep you out of trouble in the market. Stay patient.
Or a little peroxide over the microphone, that'll heal it.
Whatever it takes.
That might do it. It might do it.
All right. Back home. What's up, buddy?
Thought I caught the gremlin. But yeah, right at 7:30, Trump or Wall Street Journal just started talking about things that Trump was saying. A lot about he's going to lay out his vision, but he's not going to impose tariffs yet. And I think that was probably the biggest thing. Evaluating trade relationships with China, Canada, Mexico, pretty much everybody. He's already on the social media, probably already talking about things that he's thinking about doing, that he's going to be doing.
Or not doing.
And he's not even president yet. But boy, he sure seems prepared to get in there and start doing some shit here, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, we got the tilt. Did that 150 lock get filled there, Dakota?
Yeah, I got filled. We're still hovering around 750. I'm watching this market, seeing if we could get back up closer to these 800s. But no trades yet. No trades. I think I'm going to be okay with, it might be boring, but if there's no trades at all, there's no trades to be taken. And trading is very optional, especially on a day like today. We might find some type of a scalp, maybe. If we're lucky.
Well, Andre, you were mentioning the tilt, 75% long in the NASDAQ. What I'm watching here is that crude kicking in, 75% long crude with 74% in the money. So catching a good run here on the crude. We'll see how far that can go.
Equities have pretty much left their opening ranges at the bottom. one of them, NASDAQ, I think, did take one little look below it, but it is so thin that after the open, the Dow actually skipped a couple of prices where it didn't trade. There's holes in the profiles where the market just kind of traded right through it, didn't even trade. That's how thin it is. It is a holiday market. Remember, no banks, no stock market. Who is trading this right now? It's a bunch of people hanging around in their house in their underwear like us, trying to figure out how to make money in this. It's very thin. If something does come out, if somebody says something, there could be huge moves today, but it's going to be very difficult, very thin, very whippy, and a lot of slippage on anything you're going to do in live markets today.
It sounds like my slow markets class, Hoag. Sounds like slow markets and the Nikkei. We're seeing gaps in price action. We're seeing a lot of nothing. I feel like I'm at home in my slow markets with today's price action.
Yes, ladder. Ooh, yes, ladder. Very thin also.
And no, none of us is actually in our underwear. We wear pants.
No. All right, well, I don't know.
It's too cold. It's too cold.
What is it, like -2 out there? Whoa.
It's chilly.
I don't know. Let the dogs out today. They're like, F you, man. We're going to just put a pad down. We're staying in. Good old pooches.
Hey, so where's James? James, when you have a chance, when are we going to bring in the actual process, the actual inauguration? I assume we'll probably get him when he's coming in, being seated.
Now we're seeing some volatility coming in.
There we are.
There we are. That's 20 points, 30 points right there. A little 30-point bounce.
A little volatility, baby.
Yeah, we're going to see, odds are we're going to see moves like this that just does not make sense, right? Because anybody could push this market around, being it so thin.
This reminds me of like Holidays in the Pit, where, all the brokers had to be there. There's a picture of me like this. It looks like a holiday. And all the locals are just kind of bidding and offering. There's no paper to trade with. They're just trying to pick each other's pockets, which, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if somebody's going to hit you on a bid, lift an offer, you're going to lift an offer from a local, that's all right. But a lot of short time frame players here today.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
Grinding higher.
Most of the brokers would probably be in the Merc Club right now already having some mimosas.
Oh, boy.
Or rolling over in bed saying, you know what? I'm going to sleep another hour.
You got some deck of cards we could sit here and play with?
Still pushing higher.
Draw 4, baby.
Draw 4. Some Uno. Some Uno. Yeah, I can still see this market getting up to these 800s. It's just, it's left without us. We had a 10-minute pullback earlier, and all this move started, like you said, 7:30 Central.
Still pushing here. Of course, no numbers.
No.
Today,
Aaron Chatland's talking about Trump officials confirming that Wall Street Journal report. There's been a lot here, just sort of kicking in with what is being said here and coming some of the stuff earlier today. There's no specific target for oil prices, talking about incoming White House official. Trump is to sign a memorandum on inflation. Also, Trump is to sign the executive order declaring a national energy emergency. Also talking about the end of electric vehicle mandate. So lots kicking in here. And we got TikTok back. Oh.
Yeah, we did.
We sure did. Thank goodness.
What was it, like shut off for like 14 hours?
For like,
thank gosh.
Yeah, 12, 13 hours.
People were freaking out.
Well, some of us, or not some of us, but a lot of people use it to make a little cash on the side.
Oh, yeah.
There's another 100 contracts sitting at 775, 120.
Oh boy, little volume coming in here. Okay.
Yeah, this is, it's
Man.
just up, right? Where do you buy it? Like I want to
Yeah,
be in
it's
this market to the long side, but it's just the trades came and gone pre-market. Still looking for these a run to 800s.
Why not?
Well, we could just, I tell you, if
Look
we're
at
not
this.
doing anything, I'll start a nice little campfire. I'll run to the store, get some marshmallows, graham crackers, and some Hershey bars, and we'll all just do some s'mores and talk about the old days.
S&P's up 10 points in the last 4 minutes.
Running 80% long NASDAQ, 79% in the money. So a lot of people caught that train.
Bullish.
Yeah. ES, 74% long. We're bulls across the board here.
Everyone's trying
Pretty
to
much,
buy
but
it.
gold doesn't know what to do. My poor little baby.
Yeah. Gold had a 7-tick opening range at 720. And it's a 274 tick range. So you could have on a whole lot made $2,600 if you sold the opening range in gold today. But who knew that they were going to start talking about stuff and moving the markets like that? I mean, it opened right in the middle of the range and everything from Friday. If you lucked out into that trade, God bless you, man. God bless you. Tell you one thing that is streaking, folks. Still sober. Another weekend, 20 days.
There you go, Johnny.
Keep it going, Hoag. Don't stop in January. Keep it going.
He's going all the way to Vegas.
Going all the way to
even
Vegas.
all the way to 2026.
Wow.
John, I tell you, this morning I'm just, watching these markets. I'm like, what's going on here? But I mean, it was really tough unless you had a preset order on with your stop in and you caught it the right way. I mean, it was slapping back and forth, really tough to catch, and extreme moves, north and south, buyers, sellers. I mean, it was a battle earlier this morning to even try to get in. So, I mean, it was a tough trade this morning for sure.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about buying this little pullback to these 60s. I mean, it's valid, right? I don't want to be a buyer up here. Yeah, I mean, we've just kept going up and up and up. But yeah, these little 10, 15 point pullbacks,
Wow.
I mean, could be just money
Crazy.
today, right? And you can see we're almost getting there where we came close to the top end of this range, this resistant zone that I'm watching, and it's a zone. It's never an exact price. It's like 800 to maybe 780. We came up to these upper 70s, 778, and we got this nice little 10, 15 point pullback, and yeah, maybe these 10-point pullbacks are the trade today. We got one, maybe two of them today, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get right back up and get to new highs, which here we go. Let's see if we could get another 10, 15, 20 point bounce off this.
All right.
I'm not brave enough to buy that. I mean, chat looks like they're better than I am at buying that, obviously.
Chat's very brave. Chat's a brave bunch.
Hard to buy highs.
Can't go higher than the highs. You will see upper left-hand corner. I don't know if we're going to get around to showing it, but of course, but we can only show it tomorrow. We don't do it. Hashtag fast markets, hashtag power hour. Hit us up at TopstepTV. Send us your trader station setups, your cool swag, your memes. Performance dashboard, we're going to let your trader wins. And hashtag power hour at TopstepTV.
A lot of folks with us with our tech issues and the sort of holiday today. A lot of folks here. Make sure you hit the lucky like button. Remember?
Yeah,
the lucky like button. Don't forget, folks, these markets are abbreviated today. Be done by noon today, folks.
A little earlier than that. We got to be done by our funded traders, 11:45. 11:30, I'm sorry. 11:30 need to be flat. No positions if you're trading the trading combine, or your express funded account, 11:45 Central Time, you need to be flat. Working nothing. And these are Central Time, so don't get confused.
There showed the family. The family showed up to the Capitol building to begin the process.
There you go.
All right, Reuters feeds back up. We can check in on DC if we want. Let's take yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We're like a big time news network
there we
around
go.
here. Look at us. Bringing. All right, that's a picture of the U.S. public right there, citizens, I believe, staring at the Capitol building. I do see on another feed that the family has entered the Capitol building. Picture of Marine One there as well on another feed. Helicopter. Cool stuff.
Yeah, keep that in our little window eventually.
They did work, James. All right, so we got that. We know we're good there. And we are seeing gold sell off a little bit. 27.28.
27-28. 27 was the Philadelphia Eagle winning over the Rams. 28-22 and 27-25. Bills beat the Ravens. Big games here, and our friends in Detroit. Sorry about that one. Washington Commanders beating the Lions, and of course, Kansas City Chiefs, your team, 23-14 over the Houston Texans. So
Lions ruined it.
well,
the
five.
Bears do.
The Bears do. They're playing golf here. They're all on vacation, kicking back, watching these games. Still looking for a coach, I think. I don't know.
Who do you think it's going to be? Who do we think it's going to be? Chiefs and Eagles, or Chiefs and Bills? Maybe, I don't know.
Eagles look pretty good, don't they? That Barkley guy.
Well,
he can run the
next
ball.
week. Next week is going to be definitely a kicker here.
Looks like they're pulling up to the Capitol.
Pulling up.
I believe they've entered the Capitol building.
Chiefs and Eagles.
Chiefs Eagles would be cool. Wow, 4,000 people hanging out with us today on this abbreviated trading day. Very cool. Thanks for hanging with us.
It's an honor to have you all here.
See if the markets want to do anything. I've seen a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything at all. We got a 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute almost, and we are starting to sell off. Good thing I didn't buy there. All right. This could be the buy, though. This could be the long. This one right here to the 50s could be the long.
Well, all right.
At the 748.
I want to iron up a trade. On that survey, Dakota, they say they're tired of you saying 3-bar reversal so much. I'm like, dude.
No, good. I mean, hey, you know how many times I get asked that?
I'm thinking to myself, you know how it's been quite a profitable approach, profitable setup. I think you should stop saying it. I think you should stop saying it. Here come the buyers.
You should stop saying how you made that money.
Yeah, I know.
Even though I'm asked it 50 times.
I know.
Every day.
Please them all. Can't please them all.
That's like telling me, it's like, stop telling me the market's going up when it's going up.
I know. That's not going to make for not very sound advice.
It's like, well, when you got into a trade, tell us why you got into trade, but don't say 3-bar reversal.
Don't say don't say 3-bar reversal.
I thought that was funny. 67
I saw
last
that
trade.
It was like,
It's
really?
a couple times. Like, really?
He
Dakota
gets
tells
asked
us.
that 3 times a day, and he's not supposed to talk about it.
It also makes a lot of money. I think you should keep talking about
Absolutely.
We can make up another name for it.
it. No, just no.
We got a nice 20-point bounce off that.
We did.
Off those 48.
Dakota rule.
The
3BR. We could say 3BR. There you go, Dan Bar.
3BR.
You just got to explain that one though.
Yeah, then we'll take another 20 minutes to explain that one.
Yeah.
Like 31 flavors Baskin Robbins, 31 BR.
North South Dakota. There you go, Jay. 60.71 last trade in the S&Ps.
Here we go. Surprised someone didn't say complain about that one.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
I didn't see that one.
Oh,
But you do say that one a lot. I love it. I love it. We all have our verbal tics.
yes, we
They
do.
pick up on it. And boy, do they pick up on it.
That's something that you'd pick up if you were on the trading floor. Little verbal, physical, and all these little ticks
Tells.
of somebody tells
Yeah.
exactly.
Rose. What's here?
What's here? Uh-oh, something's coming.
10 bid. At 30. What's here?
Let's see the-
It depends.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I guess maybe we're not going to go.
There you go, Eddie. You got me.
It's like a hurry up and wait.
Mhm.
It's something my grandpa would always say. Just hurry up and wait.
21,760. Last trade in the NASDAQ. Saw some people in the chat say, are we going to get to 22,000? Yeah, we're going to need some time to drift higher. We're going to need some time to drift, but we got a couple hours to get there, about 3 hours, a little less. All right, well, I'm watching right now, and
You're watching the inauguration, or what are you
I'm
watching?
watching another thing. Yeah, they got President Trump and First Lady Jill Biden are
So
being greeted by, here we go. President Trump and Melania are walking up the stairs right now.
I
Yeah,
know
they're going to have
By Trump or by Biden and the First Lady. Here you go.
They're going to have tea together. Isn't that nice?
Trump and Biden shaking hands right now.
I think the biggest thing about today is going to be just as long as everything goes smooth and peacefully, these
Yes.
markets can continue to rally. Because there's always that fear of
Look at this
something
shit.
dramatic happening, and so there's probably a lot of people. There's some, what do you call it, tension, nervousness whenever something like this, especially like a transition. Yeah, as soon as we hear anything that turns south, we could see this market move very fast, especially when it's
Huge.
super thin. We could be sitting here watching these, 20,750s, and then we blink and we could be right back down to, overnight lows around 500, right? And it could just be instant.
Let's pray for peace. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Melania looked thrilled to be back in Washington, D.C.
Well, we did get that 3BR, and we're continuing to sell off here.
We did. There you go. Can't talk about it. It was just a profitable setup.
It's all, yeah. It's almost like sometimes it works. It works relatively
That
often.
whole thing too.
Sometimes.
I mean, you guys, it's part of trading in the way that I trade, and
Do they think about that when like Hoag says initial balance, failed upside auction, late spike? These are just terms. These are terms. These are just technical terms for the trade. We have to continue to say them. We have to.
Industry terms like oodles.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oodles of selling coming
We're
in right
selling
now.
off. This is how thin it is. It's not necessarily we're selling off. Volume's not exactly great. We're down about 50 points in the NASDAQ. It's just very thin. So it takes one big order, 50 lot. 50 lot can move the market 10 prices.
Let's take a look.
this could
Very
be
thin.
buyable.
Back to the opening range.
With this sell-off, Tilt has changed its tune extremely. About 50-50, 50-50 across the board now.
Crude oil, $76. In that sweet spot, if you watch Landman, Billy Bob talks about that sweet spot where they like oil to sit. We're on $78. So not too far off right now. 50-50 across the board on the tilt. Gold again, 27.29, about $6-7 off the lows in the gold. Dakota possibly looking for a buy in Nasdaq. Look at the 5-minute.
Yeah, looking for longs here in the Nasdaq. I mean, this market's just so thin. It's hard for anything consistent. And you can see, I watched the 100 tick, and the 100 tick is even slow. It's just proof that there's low volume.
Andre, on a day like today, would you normally trade?
No, but we would be there. We would be there hanging out like this. We'd be very relaxed, very chill, pretty much watching, but we would definitely be in front of the screen. Just in case
something came
Just
up.
in case.
But probably
Yep,
no
something
plans to trade, right?
Correct. We'd be there just in case, because just in case does happen. So yeah, we'd hang out. We'd be guys playing ping pong in the game room, hanging out, maybe playing some video games, chilling at the screen, listening to music. But we would be there, hanging with. Here we go. Just in case for opportunity. What else are you gonna do on a day like today? It's cold outside, so you can sit in, watch the inauguration, watch history, hang out with your buddies, your trading buddies like this. Make some tea, make some coffee.
More trading going on in Series or the Merc Club.
Absolutely.
On a day like today.
But we're all watching the same thing. Everyone's gonna be watching the same show, so to speak. So might as well have it up. Might as well have the screen up. Yeah, we'll be hanging out with you. Watching history, watching the peaceful transition of power, drinking hot toddies. I do not play Call of Duty. I don't play video games very. I've played FIFA. FIFA was the game I was halfway decent at.
Really?
But then you go online and you play like the 12-year-olds and get your ass kicked. You're like, I'm not really that good at this game.
It's like Call of Duty, man. I tell you.
Yo, these
Quit
little
playing
kids,
that game real quick.
these punk ass kids out there that can just work you in like 10 minutes. Yeah.
What's he doing? What's he doing? It's called a tea bag.
Yeah.
Stop
And
it.
the worst part is afterwards they all know your mom. So
Oh, they let you hear about it, huh? Little punk kids.
You just got to find those single player games. Deal with it yourself. The campaigns.
I knew what James meant there. Never played Call of Duty, yeah. FIFA.
I walked back to that. I don't know what you guys are talking about on that side. We're getting a deeper pullback.
We are. Gold's still selling off a little bit as well.
Yeah, that 3BR was good.
Yeah, it was. It was, Hoag. If we could get a 3BR the other way, maybe that's gonna be
And we're
pretty tempting, right?
Hoag, 3PR.
opening range traded right to the bottom of it, to the tick in the S&Ps. Bottom of the opening range, 6,063. Just put in a little double bottom there. Haven't tested that in the NASDAQ yet. Gold is just smoked.
Gold.
I can't believe
try
how
and
small
scale
the
into-
day session
I'm gonna
ranges
try
are
and-
in crude oil these days.
Oh,
It's
Dakota's
absolutely
eyeing something here.
appalling.
Yeah, I'm gonna scale into a position, Hoag. I'm gonna
Alright.
buy this dip.
Okay.
We're
I wanna
scaling
see,
with you.
Okay. This is one where I'm going to buy like one or two here in the lower 20s. And if we continue to push lower, I'll buy maybe one or two more, and then maybe one or two more, giving this today and this type of a market more wiggle room, more room to be wrong in this type of market and let it play out. See if we could push back up towards those highs.
What do you suppose Trump and Biden are talking about right now?
Good question. I always wonder what these guys talk about behind closed doors. Here's a secret. Here's a secret escape if shit hits the fan. You're gonna need to know this button right here.
You're talking about the drapes. How do you like those drapes? I bet you they're sitting there talking about talking about everybody outside of that room going, I'll bet you they're all wondering what we're talking about.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this door is a little creaky.
This door's a little creaky. This is where George Washington was. This is where I think they're allowed to come in and redecorate, right? The new administration could come in.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get in long
they got
here at these lower
tax money
20s.
somehow.
I want to get long on a little sell off. I want to get back down to these 20s. Trying to get filled at a limit order.
Oh, Boehner's there. Look at these old school guys. I haven't seen these guys in a while. $21,724 last trade.
Whatever we do, we're joining bid or joining offer today, aren't we?
Yeah, I just tried to join the bid right there at 21 and then 22, and it didn't fill me. I want to see one more push down. One more push down, and I'm gonna then I'll jump in.
23's trade. Ooh, jumped right up to 28. Boy, it's 10. 30's trade. That's a 10-point pop in the blink of an eye.
Dang it. Dang it. Market order would have been better.
Whenever we try and get cute.
Oh man, this is a. I was almost long from 22. Oh man, let's see if we could get another sell off. Come on, give it to me. Almost.
Here we go. Here comes your pullback. Here we go. Come on.
I think chat seen me like twice trying to get in right there using a limit order. Yeah, you can see my order go across the stream a couple times right in the 22s.
Trying to get the perfect price, Dakota, in these markets.
We try Jerome to get a pullback.
Well, wasn't I? Yeah, I know what you mean, Andre. I was thinking there might be some more room to the downside, and I just wanted to get in just a little bit, and then if we sell off a little more, maybe just a little bit more, and a little bit more, kind of build into a position while we sell off to these 700s.
Some people really like the Jerome. Some people don't like the Jerome on that.
I saw that. Yep.
That's like everything.
What are we supposed to do?
I mean, there's a reason. I can't remember who I was talking to, but if you're going to be president, you need to know that almost half of everybody's going to not like you.
Right. It's tricky, huh? The only time you have to do your job. Essentially, presidents just put out fires, man. If it comes to their desk, that's because it couldn't get solved all the way up. So there was no good option. There was no good answer.
Okay, here we go. Back down to these lower 20s.
Let's get them.
Still haven't seen those 22s.
You got a bid in?
Not yet, Hoag. I'm watching the price action. I don't want to have a pending order in right now. That's for sure.
Could just get run over.
If I had like a buy limit and something dramatic happens and we sell off like 100 points in a blink, I don't want to be in that with a pending order. But now this is I like this price structure. We just made a higher low, and now we can make a higher high and push into these 50s again. So this is a valid entry to buy. Hoag.
There's JD. We'll have some live P&Ls for you here shortly.
Did take out the low of the opening range in the S&Ps, the NASDAQ, not in the Dow. Dow just went back and filled up all its holes.
Odds are we get to the 50s here. I want to see us get to these 750s again. We made this higher low, and then it will be to break through these 39s, break through these 39, 40, and push higher.
I'm going to call those your breadcrumb boxes, Dakota.
I mean, it's true. I mean, it's the pattern must show up on a smaller time frame before it shows up on higher time frames. That's typically the case.
So you got your breadcrumbs on the smaller time frames, and you got loaves of bread on the longer time frame.
Those 3BRs.
3BRs. All right, let's bring in JD. We got no trades going on, JD. You're ready with the P&Ls. We're not ready to trade. We are ready to trade. We just haven't made a trade yet. So, JD, come on in. Happy Monday, my man.
What is up, guys?
Are you going to be bowling this week? Are you back to 100%?
Yeah, I'll be back bowling this week for sure.
Okay, good.
Wait,
Good.
you guys want to come check it out? It's a good time. You'll love it. I bet you know a lot of people there too.
I'll come sub. You guys need a sub?
There you go. Dakota's got some game.
We have 5 players on our team.
Ringer.
4 players and an alternate. So we are allowed a 6th man though if we need it. So if you are in Chicago,
gonna call up your guy from Utah, fly him out for a sub.
Ringer.
oh, I've already got a ringer on my team. She grew up on a hog farm in southern Indiana, and she's the best bowler in the league. Her dad and her uncle owned a bowling alley in southern Indiana growing up, and
oh man,
this woman cracks the pins like you've never seen, and it's unbelievable.
Cracks.
You're gonna bring in Ernie Dakota McCracken.
Go pork chops.
Ernie's a hook.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Yes, pork chops.
You make
Pork
the
chops.
best pork chops in the whole world.
Dakota, you were a state bowling champ, correct?
Once. Yep, for 1 year. That's it. And it's because I had a pretty high handicap, Andre.
Oh, it's the handicap. I see. JD, what's your handicap?
My handicap, I'm sitting on a 162 average, so my handicap is a 38 right now. That's it.
You average 162? Damn, dude. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Impressive.
Yeah, I had a 150 average going to state, and that allowed me to have a nice high handicap. And yeah, my true average was 208.
Yeah. It's always different in league play, for sure. You got to do a little bit of sandbag and play the game. You know, it's a marathon. It's a 20-week season before the playoffs.
What's that saying? If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Exactly. You got to play the numbers. Play the numbers, not just the pins, right?
How do you cheat in bowling?
The handicap.
Oh, Eddie.
With a handicap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't play as good as you really can, and they give you extra points, extra handicap, and then when it comes time for the money, you bowl pretty good.
Put it in,
and then you could bowl over 300. Yeah, you could bowl well over 300. Because I went to state down in St. George with 150 average, and they gave me like 50 points of handicap. I bowled a 279. I was 1 away from a 300, and my score was like 328, 329.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they looked at, that's what they were all saying. They're looking at you going, wait a minute.
Wait a minute here.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, that's
Catch you out in the parking lot after all the games.
Yeah, I said, hey, I like these lanes. These are...
Stay off my line. Stay off my line.
Oh, is that a thing? I didn't know that's a thing too. Okay. I like it.
All right, guys. Let's take a look at some live funded P&Ls from Friday real quick. We got some nice ones. We got Lin Chi, 19,569 trading the NASDAQ. Big day for Lin Chi. USUP, popular name, $16,000, almost $16,200. Mixed it up a little. Took home just about $12,000 out of the yes, $6,900 out of the NQ, but lost close to $3,000 in the MNQ. But still pretty nice, $16,200 in profits for USUP. Way trading the NASDAQ, $15,273. Nato Trades, $14,020 trading the NASDAQ, and Micro NASDAQ, $13,410 on the NASDAQ, $610 out of the MNQ. Very nice. And then Romaine trading gold and NASDAQ. $320 out of gold and $8,100 out of the NASDAQ. $8,431 in total profits for Romaine. These are all live funded account P&Ls from Friday. Real traders taking real money out of the real
I'm
live
long.
market. All right, here we
I'm
go.
long NASDAQ.
Thank you, JD.
76.
What price? 26, you said?
76. Or yeah, 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many
726.
times?
One.
Okay. Plus 1 and Q 21,726. Was that bid you were working the entire time, or did you move it up?
I just moved it. I just got in as we was speaking. I'm going to add another one right here at 18.5. So I'm now long 2.
Russell new high.
From about 24. Go along 2 NASDAQ from 724. Oh, there's
22.5 now.
Look at this. Where do you put your stop on a day like today in a trade like this, Dakota?
I have mine at 654.
Are you long or short? Oh, 654.
I am long. I am long. My stop loss, my CYA is at 654.
Okay. Definitely giving yourself some room.
Yeah, giving plenty of space into contracts.
Again, no numbers today. We will have some more earnings this week. Oh, Davos starts. That's one of my favorite things. It's the World Economic Forum over there in Davos, Switzerland.
I want to add to this position. So, as I said, I want to scale in. If we start to head towards these 700 even, this pivot that we made this morning, right here. Okay, I added one.
Update that price when you have a chance, Dakota.
Yeah, 717. 717.
Thank you.
I'll add a couple more right here in this zone.
Long 3.
I'm going to try and get into one more right here. This is such boring price action, Andre.
Hey, man, this is the holiday trade.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of nothing going on.
It's okay. Thanks for hanging out with us, Dakota.
Yeah.
21,709 last trade in the NASDAQ. Looking at S&P's 60-60. Looking at the spoos, as we used to call it. The Dow, 43,888. Hey, I got some news. I believe MP is going to be back on TopstepTV this week.
Ooh, there we go.
Check in with the boss, see what's good over there. There's Jeff Bezos entering the Capitol right now.
Trying to get in. I try to get in long right there at 700 evens.
We got Zuckerberg in the house also. There we go.
Man, that's a whole party. It's a whole party at the White House.
Tech billionaires entering the Capitol building right now.
I try to get 700. Let's try to get in there at 700. Let's see if it gives me another entry close to 700.
Ooh, we got top 5 live payouts coming up next. Pretty much Eddie will do the plug. I'm just reading what they're telling me in the back. I probably should.
Oh man.
Show you how the
A game
sausage. Hey,
VFX. It's a short. It's a short. I don't want to be short this market today. We're long America on
You're a long
inauguration.
American. Bill Clinton has just arrived at the Capitol building. They're showing all the dignitaries coming through. Hillary by his side.
See, she's carrying a bag of rotten tomatoes.
Hey, there's Boris Johnson from England. Boy, we got the whole gang. Everyone's coming through today.
Boris is there.
Boris is there. You can't miss him with that hair. Windy there today. $21,711 last trade in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, I tried to get 700. I was still too slow using this join bid. We sweep 700. We sweep these 690s, bounced off of it. Still long 3 at 717, 717 and a half.
717 and a hook. Okay. Kind of cool to see who's who showing up at this thing. Or how much it costs. How many people paid their way in, or how many people were invited.
How much does it cost to go there, Andre? Do we know that?
Well, $1 million from Bezos, Zuckerberg, Tim Cook. Costs about $1 million to get a seat at this party, if you will.
Should we send a
$76.
representative from Topstep?
Who's in DC? Who do we have in DC out there? Tim Apple, Andre. Thank you.
Which I would nominate Jack. I would nominate Jack.
Yes.
You know, Andre, my parents' house is 25 minutes from DC, so I got a place to stay.
Mr. and Mrs. Harden like to go be a correspondent for us. Boots on the ground. How often? Okay, James. How often do you guys go to DC for field trips?
Once a year. You either went to like the art
Really?
museums of the Smithsonian, or it's like, it's an easy field trip for elementary and middle school and high school. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to DC, the National Building Museum. It's cool, but like, how often did I go as like a tourist myself? Never.
No.
It's one of those
Oh, yeah.
things, when you live next to it, you don't go.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got there with the zoo. I'm 5 minutes away from the Brookfield Zoo. I haven't gone in years.
Okay, I added to
You
my
can hear
fourth
the animals.
contract right here.
You don't go.
Weren't supposed to do anything.
What's your average price, Dakota? He's long 4 now.
I'm long 4. Average is 713. Hoag.
Thank you.
We might this. Yep. This might be a good example of my stop loss being a better entry. So I mean, there is a decent chance, Hoag, that you could buy my stop loss, and that'd be a much better entry. Stop loss is at 654.
$654.
Yep, and I'm gonna get ready to add my last contract. My last contract right here. I'm gonna get into 5 right here at 688. Let's see if we
I'd
can
be
find
high
some.
from Friday.
It's
653 is the IB high from Friday.
Okay,
And ordering to
I'm
buy
in my
two
last
right there.
contract. Yep, in my last contract. Let's see if this market's going to continue to sell off, or we're going to get that bounce. I'm buying the one dip that's not really the dip. It keeps on dipping. But
dipping.
this is the strategy: is average into a position as we start to sell off on this pullback.
So what's your
When I
average price?
dip,
now,
you
Dakota?
dip.
Long 5 from what price there?
Average price is 708. Average price 708, risking 51 points.
All right.
Last week's high, 682.5.
Okay.
Dakota long 5, 21,708. Whoa. I think we're going to be taking you inside the Capitol building here shortly.
There they go.
So this is what an inauguration looks like on
Okay,
the
here we go.
inside. Okay. All right. A little bit of a bounce here. Dakota is in.
And just if you're wondering why we have not gone to our economic calendars, because there is nothing here.
There isn't
for
one.
us. Yeah.
Econ calendar starts
Pretty
tomorrow.
fun this week too.
We got. Do
Yeah.
we have earnings, Hoag? I think we have some earnings at least. Something.
There are some earnings.
Yeah.
So earnings this week. Tomorrow before the open, 3M, Charles Schwab.
Okay.
After the close, Netflix.
Ooh.
Tomorrow, Interactive Brokers. Wednesday before the open, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, GE. After the close tomorrow, Discover. On Wednesday. Thursday, another GE, Union Pacific Railroad, American Airlines. After the close, Texas Instruments.
Ooh.
And Friday, American Express, Verizon, everybody's favorite bill.
Which one? Amex or Verizon or both?
Verizon, I hate paying a cable bill.
Yeah.
Oh, if phone. I
Crazy.
thought there's Verizon phone bill.
Oh, he's talking about Verizon.
Yeah,
Phone bill,
Verizon,
so-
yeah.
We got T-Mobile.
Yeah, maybe I was
One
thinking of
does-
Comcast, Verizon's phones.
How many seats do they
Oh.
have there in the White House?
Look at that. We are inside the U.S.
600
Capitol.
for the
That's the
Rotunda.
Capitol building.
Rotunda.
Yeah, we're in the Capitol.
There's only
building.
600 people that are going to be in there.
Wow.
Hey, where's my
Only
wallet?
600. And they had to
Gonna
pay $1
look like
million.
the answer deep in.
Well,
Yeah, those seats right there. They don't look very comfortable either. So you pay $1 million
No.
to sit in one of those.
well, it was a
Folding
donation to the
chairs.
inauguration party or whatever. Inauguration fund. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know,
some of
John,
these are senators and
regarding
Congress
those
people.
those earnings, I had this to add to it. S&P 500 companies to report 10.4% year-over-year increase in those fourth quarter earnings, and this is coming from data from Reuters. Stronger
Yeah,
here
look at that
year-over-year,
helicopter,
10.4%.
Hope they're right.
50-50 on the tilt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at all this pomp and circumstance.
There's not a
Look
lot
at
of
all that security.
economic-
Look at all that security too.
Fucking better be.
Who's who?
Oh wow, we're piping the audio now too. Look at this gentleman marching down the hallway.
Red hot, left, right, left. Got a
If
sword
you want to
all
talk
nice and
about
shiny.
emotions and controlling emotions, those guys can control their emotions. Want to see
Oh,
see
yeah.
and test out being in the market. Those guards.
Well, they said they had around a little over 7,000 National Guard around the area. One thing too is, they usually have it outside every January, but a little controversy why they have it inside, and
Why is that?
hopefully that
Because it's
First
cold.
time in 40 years.
well, there was a little conspiracy theory regarding
Oh.
drones. Yes.
Ah.
So
Drones.
Well, it's 20 degrees
could be,
there. Eddie.
could be not.
I think it's
I'm
20
sorry?
degrees. I think it's 20 degrees there. I think that has something to do with it.
They have it every January. Every January.
A little too cold for the president's liking.
That might be.
Turn up the heat.
There's always conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I mean, is this considered a high risk transition because of the assassination attempts, and so that's why
Sure,
they're
that's
having it
the bad-
inside?
Hey,
I
can't
mean, I'm
say
sure
yes,
that
you
has
can't say
to.
no.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
something.
Mr.
I
Wall
mean,
Street
that's
says, as a former SEAL, I assure you it's not the cold. And
Not the
sort of
cold.
watching that too.
Thank you, Mr. Wall Street.
You're a SEAL, man. Wow.
Mm.
Thank you for serving, brother.
Mhm.
I feel bad for all those folks that got plane tickets. We're planning on watching the inauguration outside, and I guess they're having a big watch party at the place they had the rally last night. 20,000 seats
Really?
in there, where they're going to have a watch party there.
So what is there exactly do you guys find entertaining to watch? It's the same thing every year or every election, right? It's the same thing every transition.
Pretty much.
Just to see if it goes peaceful or what.
It's cool to see just who's there. The peaceful transition of power.
It's kind of like watching for the stars and who's there.
Yeah.
And
It's like the
are
Oscars
they
for
wearing?
Washington, D.C.
It's history.
where's the prop bets at? 405 says we'll get some prop bets. Who's what color of tie people are wearing and who's going to be showing up.
I'm sure Vegas is all over that.
$70,
Yeah.
$56
For me, I think the
last
key
trade.
is just peacefulness. If everything goes smooth, if everything's
Love it.
peaceful, yeah.
Nothing like the peaceful transition of power. Love it. Just like last time. 21,688 last trade in the NASDAQ.
Can we see a 3BR here? 96, 96, 97 is going to be a 3BR. 696, 697
Last week's high,
is
pretty
a,
good.
is a 3-bar reversal.
Yeah.
All right, they're showing the White House now. One feed. We got a couple different feeds going on right now. There's Melania and the First Lady walking on the White House right now. Oh, showing on a different stream here. Entering a limousine. I believe they're going to be heading towards the Capitol.
I'm gonna wonder if they sell those limousines used.
They'll be giving away some secrets.
With all of the like
Bulletproof
tank
glass.
armor and all that. There's probably a whole lot more that we don't know that's put into those limousines.
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean the presidential limousine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Google it. It's like bomb proof. It's like everything proof, bulletproof. Tires don't go flat.
Probably push a button
oh,
and
yeah.
like guns fly out of it.
Lots of
We're
stuff.
seeing a little bit of movement in this market right now. We pushed down to 672 and back up to these 680s.
All right. Both the S&P and the NASDAQ trading below their initial balance low. S&P initial balance low, 6,055. NASDAQ IB low, 677.
Yeah, hanging out around these 80s. I mean, this might be a very good example once again of the stop being a better entry than my initial price. I mean, I still like buying the pullback here, and if I wasn't in long, I would be looking to get in long on this pullback because I mean, this is quite the rally. This is quite the rally that we've seen since 7:30 a.m. And yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine scaling into it. And if I wasn't into it, I would probably be into 5 contracts in this zone anyway, because we're finding a lot of support. I mean, for me, break above 697 would be a confirmed 3-bar reversal. And so there is something to it about patience, right? Being patient, waiting. If we don't get that cross of 697, then the next one's going to be 694. But there's a lot of support here, and we've seen a lot of consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised the way that my trading has been if we come down, run the stop at these 50s, and then we start to bounce. Because I mean, if somebody's long now, someone like me, then this is an obvious area for traders to put their stop losses under, and that's where my stop loss is. So let's see how it plays out. If we could run my stops and then rally. And so if the house account is not in a long, then my stop is a very
We're working a bid
valid.
down at your stop.
Okay.
We're already working a bid there.
Okay. Yep. If
Nothing
not,
personal.
if this turns into a 3-bar reversal and we continue to consolidate here in the 80s, a reversal and a breakout to the long side, it looked really good. Looking for that higher
And
low
that
for,
697
right?
level that you're looking at, Dakota, it's the
Mhm.
anchored VWAP off the 730 bar.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I want to see us break through those 97s. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking really good now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Gotta hit it
Here
with
we
the-
go. Yeah, room's getting crowded now.
Hey, 4,500 people hanging out with us today. Sweet. Click like, click subscribe. We got 140,000 subscribers here at Topstep YouTube channel.
And we appreciate
150,000.
all of you.
Closing in at 150,000. All right, I do believe the two vice presidents, Harris and Vance, have entered the limo. They're heading over to the Capitol building. And we're
Not
just
the
waiting on
same
two-
limo.
Same
Oh,
limo, buddy. Same limo.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
limo.
And
Really?
we're about to see the two presidents coming out.
How many people could fit in that limo?
Just two of them.
I
Eddie,
guess
believe
it
it or not,
depends on-
believe it or not, behind the scenes, they're all friends.
Probably, yeah.
They're all friends behind the scenes.
My goodness.
21,692 last
Hold on.
trade.
I would be okay with the house account getting in here now. This is looking really good.
Okay, we're long. One.
Cool.
Yeah, small size, please. Very like
694.
small.
694. All right.
Yeah,
Plus
this
one
is
NQ.
this is much. This is a more valid entry than how I traded this. This is being more patient, waiting for the support, waiting for buyers to step in on the pullback. So the house account, this is a better trade for the house account than what I did.
You like your CYA down at 50 for this still?
Yeah. Yep.
You don't want it down around 68?
If people are getting long on this pullback, 68 is going to be where their stop losses are, right? So I like, since we were getting in small, a wider stop. Today is a day, it's a holiday. Wider stops, giving this market room to move is typically the better option and typically the better play.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen me have this wide stop
97s.
and okay. Yeah, we need to break above 97 and hold above 97. But that would have triggered me in. That would have triggered me in as well.
Everybody get out and push.
These 97s. Last Friday, it took us a while to break out and have continuation from the pullback. Let's see if we get some now. So 97s, we're holding above him. Let's see if we can get back through these 700s. And nice 3-bar reversal, right here. 3-bar reversal. Anybody?
Hey, with that.
It was valid up here, Andre. When I
Dude,
talked about it,
They're valid, man. We're gonna say it till the day we die. Sorry, we're gonna say it. It's a strategy to set up. It happens to be a profitable one too. It was like two people.
I mean,
Man,
that
here we go.
was 80 points from that 3-bar reversal if you caught the exact bottom, right? You're not going to catch the exact bottom, but like there was plenty of quote meat on the bone on that short trade to the long earlier, right? That short trade. And so now the question is, will there be anything from this one, from these 97s? I mean, will there be meat on the bone, or will there be, like, is this a valid trade? We're going to find out. I'm in it. House account is in it. We are going to find out if this setup is going to play out or not.
All right, the two presidents have entered the limo. Klobuchar got a seat in this limo as well. How about it?
Who?
Klobuchar from Minnesota. She's in this one. Senator. In the limo, getting ready to head over to the Capitol building.
The house, long one, 21,694.
I like it.
Long one.
$1,690 last trade. Danielle. Oh, Danielle. She called Klobuchar the lady that got caught eating a salad with a comb. Is that true? Did she really get caught eating a salad with a comb? Is that true, Danielle? I didn't know that part.
No.
Wait, eating a salad with a comb?
With a comb. I don't know. That's what Danielle's saying in the background here. Look it up.
That you brush your hair like a.
Didn't find it. There's Danielle in the chat. Prove it, Danielle.
That is
gnarly.
Disgusting.
If it's a brand new clean comb, or if it's a used one.
Just wait. Just wait. Just.
You know what I found over the weekend, which I thought was pretty cool?
She found it. Yeah.
It's a website, and it's called Capital Trades, capitaltrades.com, where you can pull up any politician. Right now I'm looking at Nancy Pelosi's trades. Everything that she's bought, everything that she's sold, published, traded, filed. We're always like making fun of what she
Never
does.
taken a loss.
But
There
this
it
is exactly what she's had. So it's capital.
There you go, Andre. There's the story on the screen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's her, Danielle. That's her indeed. She's in the limousine with President Trump and President Biden.
She could have had a comb, a brush, or a fork.
That's
something.
wild.
Jeez. Here we go.
It's interesting.
Our elected officials. This is who we elect to lead us. All right, the limousine is on the way to the Capitol building. Inauguration will be started. I do believe I saw President Obama getting ready to be seated. I don't know if that's... There's Bernie. Everyone's in the house today. Bernie can stay warm today. Yep. Last time that meme went around, Bernie was very, very cold. His mittens, his cute mittens.
Mittens on?
Yeah, his cute like mittens that his Nana knit for him way back then.
Mittengate.
We were having fun with that.
Sounds German. Mittengaten.
So is Nancy Pelosi the best trader of all time?
Ever.
Best trader ever?
100%.
It's legal. The thing is, it's legal. That's the kicker in all this thing. It's legal for them to do it. So
that's insane.
All the information is right
insane.
here. Trading NVIDIA. She traded Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Tempest.
Those are her constituents.
Microsoft, Broadcom, Tesla. They got all her trades here.
Man, that's just so insane. And you know she's not the only one, right?
They're all doing it. They're all doing it.
Yeah,
they're allowed to. It's so messed up.
What are we doing here?
Some of the readings here. Pelosi nets nearly 1.5 million
for
profit.
40 years. She's worth millions.
Oh yeah,
tens of millions.
Just looking right here, she netted 1.15 million profit on NVIDIA call options after the stock split.
Wow. They just allow that.
54% gain, leading the charts.
I want to be elected senator.
I'll be your best friend, Andre. If you
already are, Dakota. You tell me what the market's going to do.
No, you'd be telling me what the market's doing. Hey, what's the inside scoop?
You take the trades.
Yeah, I'll take the trades. You just we won't know each other outside.
Full of cash every 6 months.
Wow.
They are arriving at the Capitol.
What is
All right, here we go.
What's the story with? Is it a drone that's taking that picture of the limousine going towards the Capitol?
I would think so. I mean, that's the new ins.
Dow selling off a touch here. Nothing on the tilt.
A pull up
Yeah,
here.
this thing's going straight to my stop loss, and I'm out. I'm out. Hit my stop.
We're still in.
Yep, my
We
stop
been
was
down
at.
there?
Now
We're
we're out.
selling off hard now. Here we go.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Let's see if this entry was a better. That my stop loss was a better entry.
All right.
Let's test it out.
All right, JD, coming your way. All right, we'll see if this solve keeps going. It is. Wow. Almost 15 minutes at the top of the hour. JD, come on in. Hey, there's Mayor Giuliani getting a good seat at this thing. Go ahead, JD, come on in. Let's do some payouts. We pay people out on Friday or what? How'd they do?
Yeah, we pay people out every day. I think we pay people out on the weekends too.
How about that?
For sure.
Mm.
All right, guys, here are your live funder payouts from Friday. Woonprathan, 92.50. Christopher W, 7,500. Yunjen, 2,500. Remy, 1,500. And Dia, $300. $300 is $300, right? Every little bit counts. Every little bit helps.
Hell yeah.
$300. Good to see. See?
Putting a little coin in your pocket for the weekend.
Money's money.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Cash is cash. Money's money. It's in the bank account. It's in Dia's pocket. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to call it. They collect. So big shout out to all these traders for putting some money in the bank, putting some money in their pocket, and doing what they're supposed to be doing, paying themselves. Live. funder
Speaking of
payouts.
paying yourself, we've got the Payout Club. And if you are one of these people, if you have been one of these people, traders who have made $5,000 in payouts, now this can tally up, doesn't have to be a one-time $5,000 payout, but it can tally up to $5,000. Come to Topstep TV to join the Payout Club every day in TV chat. We're going to be putting this link, dropping the link in chat. It's the Payout Club check-in form where you can sign in for your exclusive 5K hat and pin. And oh, look at how pretty that is. That's the same one that Andre has, sports each and every day. And if you are in the States, we can mail that to you directly. But if you're out of the States, if you do have friends or family here in the States, we can mail it to them. But right now, we only ship to the United States, but we are looking to expand in the future. So keep that in mind. Also, while I've got you here, if you like what we're doing here at Topstep, leave us a review on Trustpilot. We'd love for you to share your experience with other traders, and we will also put the link for Trustpilot in our chat. And that's what I've got. I'm going to pass it back to Andre. Back to you, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah. Cool hats.
There you go.
Man, it's a one-person job. No timeline. When
What was the stop for you, Hoag?
There you go.
This is just that example. Ran the stop 56 for me. Unmute.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
I think 651. 651 and a half was the stop. I got filled at 650, 6.6 ticks of slippage. Market went right back to VWAP 645. That's the overnight VWAP.
That's what I was afraid of. But this is, I'm going to take this trade every time. Always. Look at this pullback. Looking for a pullback a little bit earlier, but that's why I scaled in. I don't mind this.
Nick Dolby pardons today for mute fines. I got a pardon today for my mute fine.
We're doling out
Thank you.
pardons like the president
got a
does.
pardon
at the last
already.
day of at the last day of their term.
Where's
handing out
Jack?
pardons.
Where's Jack at?
Jack's
Only
got-
Jack
Jack's
can
got a lot on
pardon.
his plate. Jack has a lot on his plate these days. He's got
With the two babies? Yeah.
We'll be back. Hopefully next few weeks we'll get Jack back.
He did show us, he was on, I think, in one of our stand-ups after Topstep TV. He had one of the babies. He showed us kindly.
We're getting
Cute
older.
little bundle of joy.
Everyone's got families now, grandkids now. We're getting up, yeah.
We're
Not a
getting
young
up to
startup anymore.
grandkids.
You're
Yeah.
getting old.
We're all getting old. We're not a young little startup anymore.
Hoag, look at this market. It knew right where our stops were. It was just another example. Man,
Lost trader. Not quite. I do believe presidents are arriving. They've entered the Capitol building. They're in.
VWAP. That was VWAP. Where's VWAP
Yep.
at for you?
645 overnight VWAP 645. We
Dr.
gave
Rahman,
up
good
the
morning.
VWAP from the 730, anchored VWAP from 730, right there, and we were holding below it. That's the level you wanted us to get above, that 697 level. Unable to just kind of show any kind of momentum above that, and that's where this break kind of stopped or started from, right back to overnight VWAP.
Makes sense. That's kind of the high of where we broke out at 730. 730 as
Yes.
well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there. It's IB high from yesterday was at 653. So we also have the 100 session moving average right there on the 5-minute chart. So there was a little confluence there.
We're going to watch this market rally now.
View up was the play.
Overnight
trying to
VWAP
find
was
out
the play.
Who's the leader? Who's the lagger here? And that's a tough call here today.
Hey, there's Elon Musk.
See if we leave failed a downside auction here.
And Sundar, CEO of Google. Boy, all tech.
Oh,
Silicon
yeah.
Valley. Silicon Valley made damn sure to be at this one. Man, they're all there.
Where's the VP? At the VP.
Yep, they're entering. Oh, there we go. Got the same feed now. All right, here we go, folks. Inauguration. This is history, everybody.
Here comes Captain Crunch. Imagine if your name's Crunch. You were a captain. Jebediah Seed Crunch, yeah.
There's Dana White.
Dana
Red
there?
tie.
Oh, man.
Hey, there he goes.
Dana.
Yes.
Hey,
There's Dana.
This is the who's who arriving. Yeah, there's Dana. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, there's what's her name? I know her name. What's that lady's name? Come on, someone help me. The white jacket.
Isn't
I
that
couldn't
Roseanne
tell you.
Barr?
Oh, he hates Roseanne. Is it? Who is that?
I do not know. Andrea.
No, it's not Yoko
Someone in the
Ono.
chat knows. Oh,
Adelson?
Adelson, thank you. Yep, thank you. Thank
Way
you.
to go,
Yeah,
Swan.
oh, you're damn right she's there. Oh, yeah.
And what time does it start? It starts at noon?
At least starts about 8
11, I
minutes.
think.
That might be 11 Eastern time.
11, I think, is the swearing, where they're going to swear
Yeah.
and cuss.
Oh, that is Adelson. Oh, yeah. She's got some serious pull.
Lady Gaga.
Honey Boo Boo.
There's Pam.
Roseanne Barr.
Ouches there. Hey, just a reminder, traders, live traders need to be closed out of all trades by 11:30 Central Time today. If you're trading a combine, if you're in a trading combine or express funded account, you need to be closed out by all trades by 11:45 a.m. Central Time. And we will keep reminding you throughout the day.
Who are these people? They all look pretty happy. They look really happy to be there. I saw the president of FIFA's there. Is that true? Come on. Someone in the chat said, come on.
The president of FIFA?
Why is the president of FIFA there? There's no way. I guess World Cup is going to be here.
There's Vivek.
That was the line.
Yeah.
Doge member. Tulsi Gabbard. call his cabinet coming in now.
All right. So, okay, these are
Well,
the.
he can talk too, man. He can talk. I tell you that.
Oh yeah, he can.
We are flat right now. Oh, we got a Girl Scout cookie review coming up. Okay. The Girl Scouts cookie season?
Yeah, yeah, it
Okay.
is. It is.
I'm a thin mint
And
kind
hear
of
your
guy.
Girl Scouts out there, folks. Even if you don't eat the cookies, support your Girl Scouts.
When my daughter was a Girl Scout, I was a broker in the S&P pit, and I made all the locals buy like 10 boxes each. It took me 3 weeks of dragging cookies down to the floor every day for 3 weeks to get rid of them all. She was the biggest sales in Southern Cook County.
Well, that was
Oh,
one
so
good
does
thing
it-
on the trading floor. You'd
They
walk
make
around
them-
and say, "Give me $1, give me $1, give me $1, give me $5,
You're
give me
going,
$10."
you're buying 10, you're buying 10, you're buying 10,
Yeah,
you're buying
you
10.
wouldn't ask, you
you're
would
buying
tell them.
20.
Like when we were selling the candy bars. I mean, that box would go like in
Addleston,
5 minutes. You know,
Victims, people.
give me $10. Okay, for what? Just give me $10. Here's 10 candy bars. Shut up.
Oh, there's a movie about that, right? Where they start like a monopoly business with Girl Scouts. And
Is that true?
Just
That's
watch it.
great. That's
they did. I
that's pretty
can't
good.
remember the movie, but she like recruits a
That's
bunch
pretty
of Girl
good.
Scouts to sell cookies because it was like free labor.
I like that. We got.
Got a question in chat. Dakota, can you give a little advice? Most of your stops are set on over 200 EMA. I noticed that many times market touches the 200 EMA, many times when it gets close to it on pullbacks. I mean, this is a really beautiful example of something I have been struggling with, and I don't mind sharing it because that's part of what Topstep is transparency, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Celebrate the winning trades, also celebrate the losing trades.
That's right.
And I mean, when I was in this trade, I mean, you heard it, me talk about it first, right? As soon as I was in this trade, I said, Hoag, probably a better entry is just to buy my stop. And now, right, the better entry was buy my stop.
stop.
And yeah, the stop was a whole lot better of an entry. Now, this is a whole I don't believe it's my trading. I don't know what I don't know, but this is the exact same way I have been trading, throughout 2024, where I've made, the profit in this account. And this is a beautiful example, and it seems like it's just over and over and over again lately, of stops being such a better entry than the initial position. Now, don't get me wrong. This is an amazing setup for me of buying the first or initial pullback. However, we just ran stops, and we're right back up to where we were, these 680s, 690s. And now if this continues to rally, I think I'm going to look back at this and say the same exact thing. Where would I be getting in? Well, I'd be getting in right in this consolidation. Where would my stop loss be? Below the next pivot. And that would be a great example of entry being in, say, as we get this 3-bar reversal, put my stop down here, and stop loss being a better entry. However, you do that exact same thought process on, say, this 3-bar reversal short from earlier, right? And you think about that and say, oh, my stop's going to be above that previous pivot, and it never did run stops, and it worked out beautifully. And so this is always, when it comes to trading, because nothing works 100% of the time. And there's always going to be some that work, some that don't. There's always going to be a level of discretion when it comes to trading. And I think this is, continues to be good examples, and hopefully I can continue to show it. Hopefully we get more winners in the future than we do losses. But yeah, I think this is.
Dakota,
Go ahead.
once you get the right answers, the market's going to change the questions.
Exactly, Hoag. Right. We'll get this figured out, and it'll switch. Right. Like this morning, it was played out perfectly. This afternoon, or is this afternoon? I mean, later on into this fast market session, it was the same thing. I would continue to buy this every time I see it, where we get this 3-bar reversal. We see a lot of support, these 680s, 690s. And then wait, I was in at an average price of 709. I wanted to average down, give myself, wide room, like a lot of room for a market like this. And it just wasn't wide enough, right? And then it's just one of those where you don't know what's going to happen. I don't use indicators. I don't use like a 200 moving average. I don't use a VWAP. Those are very useful tools for a lot of traders that work really well. But yeah, this is a good example of technical analysis. And you know what? Maybe I even go back and say, yeah, it's a holiday trading, and don't expect price action to be as good or as true to the setups during a holiday.
They're just showing Zuckerberg on there.
Oh, all those tech bosses. You see them just sitting.
All the
pretty
Titans are in the row.
Dude, that's pretty cool. Bezos, Zuckerberg, Sundar, Elon, just like shoulder to shoulder, just shooting the breeze. People want to see this table.
Andre, you ever been to Washington?
I have, long time ago. There's Dana. Yes, long time ago. How about you? It's
Yeah, I was there a long time ago.
It was a field trip in like 8th grade. Actually, probably in high school too. Here comes Bill and Hillary.
A field trip in school, huh? You went to Washington.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I asked James.
there they are.
There's Bill and Hillary. Hillary looking thrilled to be there.
Everybody duck.
Oh,
I
that's
like how
Surprised
they
we
have-
don't see Stallone, Mel Gibson, or John Voight there, because they have been issued special envoys for Hollywood. You haven't heard about that one.
I like how they
Hey,
have
George
all-
and Nancy. Is her name Nancy? I believe George and Nancy. No, what was Bush's wife's name?
Barbara.
Laura.
No, that was
Laura. Thank
the
you,
mom.
thank
Mrs.
you,
Bush.
thank you, Nancy.
Laura.
I think his name-
Yeah.
Laura. Thank you.
I like how they have all
Laura Bush.
sections of the military there. They're all represented right down that hall.
Laura. Thank you. My Nancy. Is that the grandma? Barbara. No, Barbara was
Hey,
older.
there he is. Going
Oh,
solo.
Look at this market.
Oh
now.
no. Uh-oh.
You sure you're not thinking of Nancy
look at
Reagan?
that.
For first
Maybe.
ladies?
Who's that
Coming
guy?
through. We know him. Looks like
Look at that
the
swag,
wife-
man. He's got the walk. He's got
he
that
sure
walk.
does have
man.
that. Looks like
Some would
the
say
best
he was
walk.
the former
Is-
president, right?
That is a cool looking walk right there. Looks like Michelle opted out of this one. I mean,
Jeez.
Michelle's like, Brock, you got this one for us. Represent us well.
Stomach wasn't feeling good.
There's Tim Apple.
Look at this market now, Hoag. Look at this market.
Yeah.
We're right there.
There you
This
go.
is the move.
Regular session VWAP up at 21,717.
Where was I? Stop sign 50s.
Yeah, 4 of these markets running the same bus here.
Dakota's flat right now. Where are we looking
Russell,
at? the shots?
Dow, ES, NASDAQ.
A couple young lady. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's the crazy one. That's the crazy one from Georgia. I forget her name.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Thank you, James. You're better at this than I am. You're
Like
better.
musical
James.
chairs.
There's you. Oh yeah, God bless her.
Is this what you guys do when you watch the Oscars?
This is it. This is the Oscars for DC.
The political
We should
Oscars?
just have a
I'm usually like
Oh, wait,
10
yeah.
beers in though by this point. Oscar.
81% long the ES, 81% long the NASDAQ right now.
We needed bingo cards today.
There you go.
Look at all these the tech giants. That's true, George.
The music stops. Everybody get a seat.
The family's starting to walk in now. Must be getting close to showtime.
You won't see De Niro at this one.
Heavy long tilt right now. We got 4,600 people watching us, hanging out with us on Inauguration. It is also, of course, Martin Luther King Day. Not to be overshadowed.
How many trillions of dollars in all their bank accounts?
In that room, they're all business partners. Those are all a bunch of business partners palling around.
So we have failed downside auctions in the S&Ps and the NASDAQ.
Heavy long
Dakota, what do you
tilts.
think? We got to move back down to that anchored VWAP 684, 694. You like along there?
Yeah, I mean that's the zone. It's hard to
677
say
is ID low.
that this consolidation. There's a lot of consolidation here. This was the move, and this is just buy the dip, buy the pullback. Today, it's a trending market. We're trending up and to the right, and yeah, we finally broke through those 700s, trying to hold 700s. This volume, look at the order book now. I mean, it's even thinner than what it was when we started. It's just ones and twos. I mean, it was fives and sixes. I mean, I'm even looking at 1 or 2 point spreads. So, it's just no more trades. Like that was the one trade today. One trade today. It's usually I'm only looking for less than 5 trades in a single day. That was it. It was just buy a pullback. We got to a pullback. I was buying it, and it hit my stop loss. That was it.
All right, the Supreme Court's walking in. All Supreme Court justices are walking in right now. So what's up, Ranella? Supreme Court justices are walking in right now, so it looks like it's starting to get busy. So, but anyways, it is Girl Scout season, Girl Scout cookie season, I should say. And here to tell us about their lineup is one of our own from our support team. Everyone meet Porter. Porter, come on in, buddy. Who's going to run this? Who's going to tell us? This guy is
Porter.
This is a Girl Scout cookie connoisseur.
Look at
Look at this guy.
I like to think I have good taste, if you can't tell by the shirt.
Well done.
That's great taste.
But yeah, guys, my name's Porter, and I am here today to dive into the deliciously dangerous world of Girl Scout cookies. I'm here to bring you real reviews, gritty, emotional tales of triumph, betrayal, and crumb-covered existential crises. So let's get into it. Let's start with the trefoils, the shortbread cookie that lures you in with its simplicity. No chocolate, no caramel, just buttery golden deliciousness. Or so you think. One bite in, and you realize these cookies are anything but innocent. They're the cookie equivalent of a villain in a Hallmark movie. Quiet, charming, merciless. I opened the box thinking, oh, I'll just have a few with my coffee. Fast forward an hour, and I'm on the floor, covered in crumbs, trying to piece together how I devoured an entire box of something that tastes like childhood dreams and subtle manipulation. Trefoils don't ask for your hunger. They demand your soul. It's as if they whisper with every bite, you will never stop. We own you now. Someone call the FBI because these cookies are holding me hostage, and I need a negotiator. 5 stars.
Yum.
Next, s'mores. An American classic or deceptive harbingers of chaos? They show up all nostalgic and wholesome like a warm campfire memory wrapped in foil. Oh, how cute. A cookie version of my childhood summers. But one taste and you realize these aren't cookies, they're weapons grade euphoria, obliterating your self control. The chocolate melts just enough to taunt you. The marshmallow filling sticks to your soul, and the graham cracker crunches like the sound of your willpower shattering. Each bite is a perfect mix of comfort and betrayal, like being hugged and slapped at the same time. I clutched this bag like it was my last tether to joy, telling myself just one more and I'll stop. But these cookies don't care about your promises. They look you dead in the eye and say, "You're not stopping until we're gone." By the end, I was convinced I had unlocked some primal hunger in me. Who needs a campfire when you have a bag of s'mores and a rapidly disintegrating sense of dignity? 5 stars. And guys, finally, all hail the queen, Thin Mints, the undisputed overlords of the Girl Scout cinematic universe. They're cool, crisp, and ruthless. At first glance, they're harmless. A simple, unassuming chocolate-coated mint cookie, but one bite and it's game over, man. Game over. You're not eating Thin Mints, they're eating you. I thought I could be civilized. 2 cookies, glass of milk. But Thin Mints don't care about your delusions of control. They're tiny, minty predators lying in wait to ambush your self-restraint. By the time I came up for air, the first sleeve was gone. The second calling to me like a siren's song. And throw them in the freezer? Frozen Thin Mints? Forget it. That icy chill somehow makes them even better, like they've been bioengineered in a lab to bypass logic and hit every dopamine receptor in your brain. They're not snacks, they're a lifestyle. A lifestyle where you stare at yourself in the mirror, crumbs on your face, wondering how a 9-ounce box vanished in 12 minutes. Thin Mints aren't just cookies, they're a test of your moral fiber. And spoilers, I failed. 6 stars, because you can freeze them. Guys, there you have it. That's proof that Girl Scout cookies aren't just snacks, they're an emotional roller coaster. If you've got your own cookie confession or a favorite flavor that you can't resist, drop it in the chat for us. We'd love to hear your stories. But in all seriousness, no, they are tremendous cookies. But more than that, the sales and proceeds of these cookies actually help fund programs and activities that help these young women learn skills and develop the confidence that they'll need for future success and to become the leaders of tomorrow. These cookies are now on pre-sale. I have my own personal cookie pusher that is able to kind of satisfy my cookie fix. Her name is Penny. She has an ambitious sales goal. And not only that, guys, you can actually order cookies to donate to Cookies for Soldiers at no cost, no shipping cost to you. So even if you don't want your own box of cookies, you can still donate to a great cause. We will drop that link in the chat. Don't wait. Order those cookies today.
Right. Thanks, Porter.
Good to see you, Porter. Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you, buddy. All right, we've got 3 failed downside auctions in the E-mini S&Ps, the NASDAQ, and in crude oil. Crude oil's range is so small, it hardly seems worth it. It's a 72 tick range so far in crude oil. Let's take a look at this on the 30-minute chart. Oh, no, that's gold.
What was
What am I
that?
doing?
I'm
Here's
so caught
green.
off guard for a second.
Failed
I'm hungry
downside
now.
auction.
I want some Girl Scout cookies.
And then we're looking at the S&Ps, also a failed downside auction. There's the 830 bar, failed downside auction, and back to the upside. I haven't moved the weekly, the initial high and low on the S&P yet here, but look at the NASDAQ. Initial balance high, initial balance low, failed downside auction, rotation to IB high, probable. So, Dakota, unfortunately, your stop level was probably the best area to take that long.
Oh, that was worth the $5,000 today, Hoag. Oh man, yeah, I know. My stop, yeah, it was. Man, I got to refocus.
It's all right. You know you're going to be
This
all right in
market
the long
hates me
run.
sometimes, Hoag. This stop was such a perfect entry, and yeah, I mean, this is something I've been struggling with for a month and a half right now, is stops and entries. But yeah, the question is, when you wait for it to run stops to get in, and then the market takes off without you, then you put yourself in a position of, what process. Make sure you're following the same process that you pass a combine, XFA, and that you've done, and then you can make small adjustments to your process. But you don't want to catch yourself in between processes, right? Where you're finding, oh man, my old, like, if I would have just entered where I normally would enter, it would have been a great trade. Or if I would have just waited for it to run stops, that would have been a great trade. Or you're going to be switching back and forth, right? It's just like using indicators, where you're using a simple moving average and then you're using a VWAP. Maybe you're used to using the simple moving average. That one works out some of the time. Then you're using a VWAP. That one works out some of the time. And you're not really coming to a solid process, and you're kind of stuck in between the one, and it's not a great place to be as a trader, in between what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And
Or between two lovers.
yeah, you're right, Hoag. Even though this is another great example of stops being such a better entry, if this market would have, had this become support and we rally up, then we would have been sitting here watching the market rally without us. However, that is to be said, watching the market.
Doesn't it seem like sometimes if you wait for your stop, where you would have put your stop, it never gets there and you miss the trade. If you take the trade,
however,
it's the stop, and then it goes without you.
Right. It's better to miss the trade than get in, hit the stop, and it go without you, because you wouldn't be out the stop loss, right? Because if that was the case here,
twice.
yeah, exactly. So that's the issue, where you could say, yeah, you want to buy the dip. The question is, how do you buy it? And yeah, you guys get to see what I go through on this, but I love TopstepTV.
All right. Everyone's
We
getting
love you.
a seat. Everyone's getting a seat right now.
Everyone does.
I love how the curtain opens up in the back and they come walking out like it's WWE.
Oh, wow, he's right there. But look at Dana White.
Where's
Look at
the
that seat Dana got.
Pyrotechnic.
Look for Dana just getting the primo seat. Man, oh man. He's the row behind
Is there
all the former
affiliate links for
presidents.
those? Any affiliate links for those Girl Scout cookies? Is there a discount code or something? That's all that was missing. Is a discount code.
Hey James, are we gonna be able to get the audio in when this gets cooking here?
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is we have rights to the broadcast, but not to any music they play. And each of these people walking out gets their own walkout music, and some are public domain, some aren't.
Look at this. It's like WWE. Look at our justices right there. Look at our justices coming in hot. Lifetime term. Let's bring in that audio if we can. We can at least get the people clapping and stuff, right, James?
Yeah, we'll see what the YouTube algorithm picks up.
Go, yeah. They play the same song. We played this song for a bazillion years.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like, America the Beautiful, public domain. God Bless America, copyright.
Really?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Who's the smart person that copyrighted God Bless America? Good on you. That's a banger. That's smart. I know, right?
He just owns the domain.
Absolute banger. Shoot the cookie thing. Killed him.
You're all gathered here together. Nice to see everyone here today.
A lot of familiar facelifts in that group of people there.
I know, Witty Channel. I thought, you know what? I thought it was going to be tomorrow because I always thought it was on a Tuesday, but because it was a Martin Luther King Day today, too.
Yes.
You got me. You got me there. You got me. It's today. Thanks for joining. Hey, James, let's get the party started here. I think this is about to go down, so.
Here we go.
Here's the first lady.
Oh boy.
First husband.
Tiffany Trump and Barron Trump.
Tiffany.
Barron grew like a weed, huh?
I mean, he's
Boy,
a
is he
billionaire, right? On that Trump coin overnight. That was insane.
That's one way to put it, yeah. You got it, Woody. All right, James, here we go, man. We're doing the. Let's get this going. Yeah.
It should be playing. I didn't hear that one yet. I wonder who's DJing this. How tall that kid is. My God.
He's going to be president one day.
You think?
He's bigger than the statues.
No.
Look at these people.
A lot of familiar facelifts.
Wonder if they fed any of these people before they had time to come into the room here. 20 omelet chefs. Bet you they had something.
It would probably only be fair to put Barron in the back of the line there.
Who's behind
You can see
Barron?
through his-
I know. They put.
They had some
He's tall. How tall is he?
4-foot
Like
tall
6'4"?
woman standing behind him.
Somebody said 6'9" or something.
She's saying, "Nice suit,
Michael.
Barron."
Okay, cool. Once they start speaking, we'll be able to turn this thing up a little bit. Hey, Booker. Are they showing Booker? I'm looking at two different feeds here. Should probably watch them.
6'9". Wow, Barron's a tall boy. He's still growing.
Markets have pretty much come to a screeching halt here. Something does happen.
6'9". Wow.
I wonder if he can dunk.
There goes this market.
Mark-
Keeps pushing higher.
Markets are gonna.
We could.
They're going to
We might
rally the whole
see.
time.
Yeah, we might see session highs throughout this, and
Here we go.
I think once it's end, we could continue.
House of Representatives Chief Administrative Officer,
Right, here we go.
the Honorable Catherine Spindor, and Mr. Bruce Fisher.
Market's creeping higher here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jill Biden and Mr. Douglas Emhoff.
Where is the band?
I think there's like a balcony on part of that, or maybe they're up
Is
there,
it?
or it's just piped in.
They showed them earlier.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't know if they're. Yeah, they might be upstairs. Look at that, man. A lot of important people in that room.
Wonder if they know this song.
A lot of self-important people in that room.
That's true. Just ask him, right, Hoag?
100%.
Market's edging higher here.
We just buy one NASDAQ just to see what happens.
I know.
Yeah.
80% long in the NASDAQ here on tilt, with 76% in the money. So people holding on some cash here.
Oh, shoot. Don't share my. Market's creeping higher here. All right. Looks like we're about to get the main introduction here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Wow, gold just took a dump. Yeah.
We got the IV
See if
low
crude
and
follows.
dropped.
Last trade 27.16.
Boy, that weekly kickoff high was just gold. Hey, somebody's got an alarm clock going.
Yeah, me. London closing in 5 minutes, if it was ever open. I think
Awesome.
it was.
I believe, yeah.
I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I was. If you guys are buying my stops, you've made a good living in the last month.
For 80% long ES, 79% long NASDAQ. Tilt.
South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem there in the blue. I have roots in South Dakota. Hell, half my family's buried there. My mom grew up about 20 miles from the Little House on the Prairie. I mean, the actual Little House on the Prairie.
Really?
Yep.
There's Newt Gingrich.
Newt.
Boehner. Look at all these old names. I haven't seen these peeps in a minute. Hey. There's Junior.
Stand up straight.
Can you hear this?
And Barron shoulder to shoulder with Elon.
Look at all those people.
She's wearing purple today. What does that represent?
Peace. Purple represents peace.
Peace? Yeah.
Is that right, Andre? I did not know that.
That is right.
There you go. Way to go, Joe. It was grandfather next to Barron, wasn't it? Joe Black.
All right, James. Are they not speaking yet, James? They're all sitting around in this quiet room.
Barron's like, can we get on with this? I got lunch plans.
Play some Call of Duty.
Elon Musk ready to go play. What was he playing? Diablo? Is that what he plays on streams on Twitter? X?
Really?
Yeah. I think Elon Musk. I don't know what game he plays. I thought it was Diablo that he streams on X.
He's got all the DLC.
I got you, James. I get it now. We are the commentary. Market's pretty much trading sideways. The swearing. Yeah, so okay. I can't. We are the commentary.
He's top 25. He's top 25 in Diablo. He's top 10. Elon Musk, he's top 3 in the world playing that game. That's insane.
Okay.
Probably getting pretty hot in that room.
Okay, last 2 people. We're just waiting for 2 people here.
Let's go.
All those presidents. Look at all those presidents.
George, Barack, Kavanaugh, Clinton's. Looks like they got all the entire crime family there.
Power people. Who's this? It's called The First Husband, right? Kamala, that's the first man or the first husband? Because the first lady.
First gentleman, I think.
First gentleman. Thank you. Thank you. First gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that makes sense. I think we're going to have Tuchman on. Is Tuchman going to be on with us today? Get his take. I'm sure he's fired up today.
You might want some Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. All right, here we go. More people walking in right now. Yeah. There she is. Okay.
There's all the late people. There's Melania.
Like the hat's looking very stylish.
This has funeral vibes.
What do you mean? Why would it be a funeral?
It's everyone's wearing dark clothes. It's so it's depressing.
Only thing missing is the flowers.
Yeah. I was waiting for there's a flower girl.
I've been to too many of those lately.
Okay, who we got now? This lady's there. It's just 2 people, right? Wait for 2 people.
What they need is like Robin Williams to come up and do a set while they're waiting for.
Well, that would be pretty scary.
Get everybody
He
laughing.
was the best.
Was the best.
Robin Williams was the best.
I think Ricky, we need Ricky Gervais. That'd be the perfect one. Tell everybody to F off.
Right about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure who this gentleman is.
Just
Seems
come
like-
up here, get your little award.
Okay, here we go. We're going to have a prayer, perhaps. Maybe some. All right, here we go.
Is he singing?
This song is
Sounds
not
like he's-
copyrighted. We can definitely play this. This is.
He's singing.
Come on. Anger.
grand, and all through this land, you are beautiful to me.
Yeah. What song is this?
Oh, America.
This is a new one. I've never heard this song before. It's a banger.
It's the remix.
Is it? Yeah. That was a.
I
That's
don't
the song
know, it sounds like it.
This song
Kinda.
slaps.
That sounds just like me when I sing.
In the shower, right? Naked.
Dude,
Is this Phil Collins?
I don't never heard this one, but this song. Yeah, get it.
In the air tonight in French.
This isn't a real song. Anyone knows that song in the chat, please, what is that song?
I'm taking a guess it might be called America Calling.
That's
Leave the guns,
No, I'm
but take
looking
the
at-
cannolis.
Yeah, leave the
What was
take
that
the
song?
cannolis.
not a real song. Song Oh America. I got that part. No one's heard that song before.
It's Enrico Palazzo.
The Honorable Jackie Barber, the Clerk of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Kevin F. McCumber, Mr. John Bessler, Mrs. Kelly Johnson, Mrs. Iris Weinshaw Schumer, and Mrs. Jennifer Scalise.
Yes, we do, Claire. There he is. What happened?
Come on, play Kid Rock.
I'm surprised Snoop Dogg's not there.
He wouldn't be. He's with De
He's in
Niro
the after
right
party.
now, and Tom Hanks. Yeah, Carrie Underwood going to be singing, I think.
Marcus creeping a little higher.
Oh, my.
Why is he so tall? What the hell happened? What'd Gold do? Man, the camera's loving Baron. Camera's like, oh shit, he grew. He didn't used to be
He's
this
growing
tall.
as we speak.
Yeah, he used to be this tall.
Why does Mom have to stand right next to me?
Ladies and gentlemen, escorting the President of the United States and the Vice President of the United States, ranking member of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Deb Fischer, House Democratic Leader, the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries, and Senate Majority Secretary, the Honorable Robert Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, the Honorable Joseph R. Biden Jr., and Vice President of the United States, the Honorable Kamala Devi Harris.
Good song.
Ladies and gentlemen, escorting the Vice President-elect, the Executive Director for the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Mr. Michael Wagner, Senate Deputy Sergeant-at-Arms and Doorkeeper, Jason Bell, and House Deputy Sergeant-at-Arms, Mr. Sean Keating.
And pitching today,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President-elect of the United States, the Honorable J.D. Vance.
Marcus trading sideways. Keep an eye on it.
How do you feel, Andre, watching this?
I dig this stuff, man. I mean, I think this stuff is cool. Some people think it's weird. This is how it works here. Every country's different, but I like this stuff. Even if don't necessarily agree with who's going to be entering, I think this stuff is cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, escorting the President-elect, the Staff Director for the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Elizabeth Farah, House Sergeant-at-Arms, the Honorable William P. McFarland, Senate Sergeant-at-Arms and Doorkeeper, the Honorable Jennifer A. Hemingway, Senate Majority Leader, the Honorable John Thune, and the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, House Democratic Leader, the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries, House Majority Leader, the Honorable Steve Scalise, Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Mike Johnson, Senate Democratic Leader, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer, Ranking Member of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Deb Fischer, and Chairwoman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Amy Klobuchar.
Lady eat the salad with her cold. Hey.
and now your starting five for the Chicago Bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect of the United States, the Honorable Donald John Trump.
What was that?
Hat got away. Is that by design? You missed. Giddy up. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Market's quiet right now. Everyone's watching the same thing.
Yep.
A lot of hot
Please
takes in the
welcome
chat right
the
now.
chairwoman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Amy Klobuchar.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 60th presidential inauguration. Today, President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect Vance will take their oaths of office, and we will witness the peaceful transfer of power at the heart of our democracy. For the past year, I've chaired the inaugural ceremony committee, which includes the leadership of Congress from both parties. We thank the committee and Capitol staff and law enforcement who worked so hard over the last year, and especially the last 3 days. You've done a beautiful job, and you have shown grace under pressure. Our theme this year is our enduring democracy. The presence of so many presidents and vice presidents here today is truly a testament to that endurance. We welcome President Biden and Dr. Biden. We welcome Vice President Harris and Doug Emhoff, President Obama, President Clinton and Secretary Clinton, President Bush and Laura Bush, Vice President Pence, Vice President Quayle and Marilyn Quayle. The justices of the United States Supreme Court are with us, all 9 of them I counted, and of course the Trump and Vance families. This ceremony marks what will soon be 250 years of our democracy. It is the moment when leaders elevated by the will of the people promise to be faithful to our Constitution, to cherish and defend it. It is the moment when they become, as we all should be, the guardians of our country. Through war and peace, through adversity and prosperity, we hold this inauguration every 4 years, and today it falls on Martin Luther King Day, a further reminder that we must strive to uphold the values enshrined in our Constitution, the freedoms, the liberties, and, as is inscribed on the entrance of the United States Supreme Court, equal justice under law. But what makes this moment more than a passing ceremony is all who are watching it across the country, the people of this nation, the ordinary people doing extraordinary things. President Kennedy, who at one point worked as a senator in this building and would often walk through this very rotunda, once said, "In a democracy, every citizen, regardless of interest in politics, holds office. Every one of us is in a position of responsibility." With that responsibility of citizenship comes an obligation not to seek out malice, as President Lincoln once reminded us, but to view others with a generosity of spirit despite our differences. With that responsibility of leadership comes an obligation to stand our ground when we must and find common ground when we can. With everything swirling around us, the hot mess of division, it is on all of us, to quote an incredible songwriter who just happened to be born in my state, to ensure that our nation's democracy is our shelter from the storm. There's a reason this ceremony takes place at the Capitol. In other countries, it might be in a presidential palace or a gilded executive office building. Here it is traditionally held at the Capitol, the People's House. It is a fitting reminder of the system of checks and balances that is the very foundation of our government, 3 equal branches of government. That is how, for nearly 250 years, our great American experiment, grounded in the rule of law, has endured. So, as we inaugurate a new president and vice president, let us remember that the power of those in this room comes from the people. The construction workers who build our country, the teachers and healthcare workers who nurture us, the troops defending our freedoms, and yes, the firefighters in Los Angeles putting themselves on the line for us. Our democracy's strength and grit must match theirs. May God bless our nation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Endurance through the years is the ultimate test. To persevere through time is the truest measure of an idea, an institution, and a nation. Our founders wrote the Constitution so that America could withstand all the twists and turns of time. They wrote it to guide us and to preserve forever our right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But as much as the truths and principles enshrined in our Constitution remain the same, our democracy promises the American people the power to change, to chart their own destiny. That's the beauty. That is the importance of democracy. It allows the endurance, the permanence of a nation through change. It allows nations like our United States both to avoid the obstacles and to seize the opportunities God has placed before us, all while staying true to our founding principles. Today is our country's 60th inauguration ceremony. Like all the others before it, it is a celebration of our right to set our uniquely American course. The past several years have been trying at times for many, many Americans, and also for the nations of the free world that we humbly strive to lead. In November, Americans chose again to steer this nation towards greatness, the secure, safe, and prosperous future that our founders envisioned for all of us. And today, we celebrate not only their decision to do so, but also the simple right and wisdom of a free people to make their own choice so that their nation might endure. And now, allow me to welcome Archbishop Timothy Dolan and Reverend Franklin Graham, who will deliver our invocation. Please rise.
Mark is not doing anything.
Be still and know that I am God, supreme among the nations, supreme on the earth. Let us pray. Remembering General George Washington on his knees at Valley Forge, recalling Abraham Lincoln at his second inaugural, with malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right. Remembering General George Patton's instructions to his soldiers as they began the Battle of the Bulge 8 decades ago. Pray. Pray when fighting. Pray alone. Pray with others. Pray by night. Pray by day. Observing the birthday of the Reverend Martin Luther King, who warned, "Without God, our efforts turn to ashes." We, blessed citizens of this one nation under God, humbled by our claim that in God we trust, gather indeed this Inauguration Day to pray for our President Donald J. Trump, his family, his advisors, his cabinet, his aspirations, his vice president, for the Lord's blessings upon Joseph Biden, for our men and women in uniform, for each other whose hopes are stoked this new year, this Inauguration Day. We cannot err in relying upon that prayer from the Bible, upon which our president will soon place his hand in oath, as we make our own the supplications of King Solomon for wisdom as he began his governance. God of our fathers, in your wisdom you set man to govern your creatures, to govern in holiness and justice, to render justice with integrity. Give our leader wisdom, for he is your servant, aware of his own weakness and brevity of life. If wisdom which comes not from you be not with him, he shall be held in no esteem. Send wisdom from heavens that she may be with him, that he may know your designs. Please, God, bless America. Please, mend her every flaw. You are the God in whom we trust, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.
Mr. President, the last 4 years, there are times I'm sure you thought it was pretty dark. But look what God has done. We praise him and give him glory.
Who's this guy? Man, hot take.
Let us
Where'd
pray.
that come from? Damn.
Our Father and our God, thou hast said, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. As the prophet Daniel prayed, blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. He changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings. He raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. Our Father, today, as President Donald J. Trump takes the oath of office once again, we come to say thank you, O Lord our God. Father, when Donald Trump's enemies thought he was down and out, you and you alone saved his life and raised him up with strength and power by your mighty hand. We pray for President Trump that you'll watch over, protect, guide, direct him. Give him your wisdom from your throne on high. We ask that you would bless him and that our nation would be blessed through him. We also ask that you would bless and protect Melania as First Lady. We thank you for the beauty, the warmth, and grace that she shows not only to this nation, but to the whole world. We thank you for Vice President-elect J.D. Vance and his wife Usha and their young family. May he be a strength to President Trump, to stand beside him, to hold up his arms like Aaron held up the arms of Moses in the midst of battle. The prophet Samuel reminded the people, it was you that brought them up from the land of Egypt. And he said, now stand still that I may reason with you before the Lord. So Father, we take this moment to stand still, to remember the great things that you have done for this nation. Thank you for the protection, the bounty, the freedoms that we so enjoy.
All
we're
this?
off right now.
What just happened?
We
Did we killed it?
To keep our eyes fixed on you. And may our hearts be inclined to your voice. We know that America can never be great again if we turn our backs on you. We ask for your help. We pray all of this in the name of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, your Son, my Savior,
they
and
took down our
Redeemer,
video.
Jesus Christ.
Big YouTube. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Associate Justice Kavanaugh to administer the Vice Presidential Oath of Office.